Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Ramez Mahmood. He's now 14 wins, 3 defeats with 2 knockouts. And yes, so we will talk about first we'll talk about the Jordan fight and then we'll get into the Castro fight, yeah?
Yeah, go for it. Go on, mate.
So when you fought Jordan, in my opinion, I thought you started a bit slow.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that?
Yeah, I felt like it was probably a slow start, so he got off to an early lead. And I think in the middle round, it evened up a little bit. I think it was probably close going, well, pretty like neck and neck going into the last two. I think he probably won the last two. And that's probably what made the difference. It started slow, had a little comeback middle of the fight, and then let it slip a little bit in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. So what do you think went wrong for you?
Probably just got the tactics wrong on the day. Yeah, obviously I've watched it back. Little things that worked. I don't want to say too much out there, but yeah, just got the tactics wrong on the day and just didn't implement what I should have done on the night. That's not to take anything away from Jordan.
Yeah. It was a great fight though, and he was giving you he was throwing his best shots at you and you were still there throwing back though. You just kept coming forward, mate, never gave in.
That's it. Like worst case for me, it was, but it was a good fight to watch for the crowd.
It was, yeah. Of course, like the crowd were more behind him, would you say? Because in the 8th round, when the gum shield came out, there was loads of boos, wasn't there?
There was, yeah. He done well with tickets, and I think they were boos. They might have thought that I did it on purpose. I genuinely did not do it on purpose. It just, I don't know what it was, just dodgy mouth guard or what, but it just come out. Yeah, but yeah, he did. He sold a good ticket, a few good tickets on the night.
How much did you do?
I can't even remember.
Because normally you do quite a good amount, but Jordan, I think because I was at his the fight against you, the fight before against Walker, and the fight against Lane.
Yeah, can't remember my exact number, but yeah, he done quite a lot that night as well. So the crowd was with him on the night. But yeah, it was a good atmosphere.
It was a good atmosphere. How did you feel after the fight?
Yeah, obviously gutted because you're going to win every single time, and when it doesn't go your way, you're disappointed, you're gutted, you kick yourself all the time. But that's just part and parcel of the sport, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Of course. Did you watch Jordan v Ashley?
I did, yeah.
Thoughts?
Ashley did. Pardon?
What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I thought Jordan was doing okay up to the 3rd round, and then that's obviously where the knockdown occurred.
I think I had him 2 up.
Yeah.
He got a bit of a disastrous round 3, but he showed real courage to get through that round 3, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean that first knockdown was a great shot, and it sort of turned the fight on his head. And to be fair to him, he still nicked a few rounds after the knockdown as well. But obviously, the 3 knockdowns, that's a 10-6 round to Ashley.
Yeah.
And then
it's hard to come back from a 10-6 round, isn't it?
Yeah, the horrendous cut as well.
Yeah, because when it's a 10-8, that's 2 rounds, and another one that's basically
4 rounds,
3, and then you're technically 4 rounds down.
This is it. And even though Jordan might have taken a few rounds after the knockdown, Ashley Lane probably had a fair lead in the fight as well. So when that cut come, the corner done the right thing, even if it was a clash of heads or not. Even if it went to the scorecard, I'd imagine Ashley probably would have got it on the cards at that moment of time as well.
In my opinion, I reckon he would have got it.
Yeah, horrendous cut as well. I mean, if you see the picture of it, that absolutely horrendous. So, yeah,
and he still wanted to continue though. Jordan.
Oh yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. Yeah, obviously you're gutted for Jordan, but you're happy for Ashley Lane as well. He's had some career. He's had loads of setbacks as well.
And now, because I heard him say that he wants to push on to fight Sean McGoldrick, and if that does come vacant, I would imagine that your name would be thrown into the hat, like for.
Yeah, well, it depends on what Sean McGoldrick does at the same time, because Ashley's not going to let that that title go for no reason. I think Sean McGoldrick is probably injured right now, and every bantamweight in the Britain would want a piece of him. So I think it's all dependent on what he's doing right now. So yeah, it's a hard
Well,
one to
maybe
judge
if
at the
that
moment.
Lane fight comes along, who knows? Then
Who know? Yeah, who knows? Again, I think it's all dependent on what's happening to Sean McGold. What happens to Sean McGold? Because obviously, if Ashley gets that fight, and don't get me wrong, he does deserve that fight. Um, then fair play to him. Obviously, if he needs an opponent and McGold's not there, and I'm offered it, then I will take it as well. But I'm not going to disrespect him or nothing because he's done what he needs to do.
yeah, that's fair enough. Then moving on to the fight that you fought against Castro, awkward opponent, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was an awkward opponent. Done a bit of switch hitting. He held quite a lot as well. I think the survival tactics started to kick in a little bit, but I done what I need to do for that.
Was it frustrating at times when you couldn't get your work done?
Yeah, it was frustrating. At the same time, even though he was holding a lot, I've got to look at myself a little bit, and maybe I did smother my work a little bit too much, so that gave him the opportunity
So
to
you're not
hold.
happy with that performance?
No, there's things I could have done, but as I said, even though he was looking to survive, I sort of allowed him. I sort of made it easy for him to hold me, etc. So yeah, there's things I could have done better in that.
But do you look at the positives in what you've done well in that fight?
Yeah, 100%. You got to take the positives.
What do you think you
Um,
did well in the fight?
Obviously, I kept the pressure, set a high work rate, and kept that. There were a few little things that I did in there that we were working on. And also a few things that I didn't do that we're still going to work on.
And that back to winning ways. Wait, was that? Of course, like not ideal moving because you don't want to keep fighting 10 then 6. You just want to keep fighting in the 10 rounds. But of
Yeah.
course, it's just you want to stay busy. Was that always the opponent that you had in mind, or did you have other people, or was it just a last minute replacement and just you want to fight?
I'm not sure with regards to the opponent. It was just it was there at that time. As long as I got out, that was the main thing for that particular night.
Yes. So of course you fought. Is it twice this year? Yeah, Jordan
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Castro. And now, ideally, how many more? What, two? One?
yeah. We'll see what's out there. Got quite a busy summer coming up. And then get something for September, October time. See what pops up at the time. To be honest.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows if the Southern area pops up or the English or a different opportunity? Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, there's Southern areas out there, English is out there. You got that new Commonwealth silver that
Oh
Zach
yeah.
Chelly lost for yesterday. So there's titles out there. Who
Are
knows?
you mates with Shelley?
No, I don't. I never really met him at all. So I don't
Because
really know him that well today.
I haven't watched that fight because I was at not Jordan's, Casey's fight.
Yeah, he done well, didn't he? No, I haven't actually watched the Zach Chelly fight back yet, but everyone went on about how good
Everyone
Mark
was
Jeffers
saying
is,
he
and
lost pretty much every round, apparently.
yeah, I heard that it weren't that close. Obviously Mark Jeffers put on a bit of a clinic at times. I've not watched it back myself, so I can't
I'll
particularly
probably
comment.
take a watch of it when I get a chance, probably later in the week.
Yeah, it'd be good to have a watch back.
Yeah. Because did Dalton Smith got a good knockout as well, though. I've seen
Yeah,
the knockout again. I haven't seen the fight, but the knockout brutal.
he won the British outright, won the Commonwealth, probably looking towards European, and then after that world level. So Dalton's on a good
What? So
rise right now.
next year, do you think Dalton will be looking at world?
I think it was Ben next year towards the sort of European, that sort of borderline world level, and not the elites, but those guys who have sort of mixed around world level.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So I think boys like that, and maybe the year after that is
Talking
where
about world level, Lee Wood, because Lee Wood won his world title back, didn't he?
yeah, he did, yeah, like put on a clinic against Lara, which I thought he would as well.
He smashed, won pretty much every round, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%, yeah, that did not let Lara get off at all. He got the tactic
What
spot on
did
him
it
the night,
mean
and
to you guys and the gym?
yeah, it meant a lot. I mean, he wasn't going to take any other fight. He comes straight back in the gym after the first fight and pretty much said, "Yep, that's the fight I'm taking." There were talks of, "Oh, let Warrington fight him, let Warrington fight Lara, and you get the winner." He was insistent that he's not gonna let that opportunity go. He even
Yeah,
had
because
Lara,
he was winning that first fight anyway up until
yeah,
that shot.
he even had Lara's sombrero in the gym every single day above the ring. And then he had just had it above him to motivate him, sort of thing.
I agree. I agreed with Ben letting him fight another day because, in my opinion, if he let it continue, it would have the first fight. I think he would have got knocked out. But luckily, that's kind of helped him sort of in a way, so the rematch could happen quite soon.
This is it. Like, we don't know what would have happened had Ben not thrown in the towel. But as you said, there's a chance that it could have been
How
a lot
hard
worse.
for
And
you was that to watch? As you know him quite well.
yeah, obviously it was hard to watch him lose because he's like um he's like the guy that everyone goes to in the gym for advice and motivation. He lives the absolute like best possible life that a boxer should be living. So everyone sort of looks up to him in the gym. So it was hard to see the first fight, but I had no doubt that he'd bring it back in the rematch.
And he did. What a performance! So,
100%.
what do you think's next for Lee? Warrington or Lopez or?
Um, I think possibly Warrington. I think that fight sells really well. I think that's possibly the fight that will happen next. But I'm not 100% sure myself. But I think that one makes the most sense.
Yeah, fair enough. I was thinking more Lopez would sort of make more sense because he's got the other belt.
Yeah, I suppose that's unification.
And
Yeah, I think
and he beat Warrington.
he beat Warren and then he beat Conlan afterwards. So I think they're probably going to match Lopez against Ramirez. I think that's probably the match they're looking to make.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Robesi Ramirez, who's a good fighter himself.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Shabazz as well, he signed um with Matchroom, hasn't he, that I saw.
Yeah, Shabazz has finally got the opportunity because um he's been in the gym non-stop, but he's sort of almost been too good for his own good, where
Because it's
they've
been
sort of
since that Bateson win for him, I haven't really heard much.
this is it. As I said, Shabazz is sort of too good for his own good, where boys look at him and be like, yeah, they don't really want to part of him because they know
Do
how good
you
he
think
is.
he could get in that mix with Cunningham, Liam Davis?
Yeah, 100%. Like, listen, you could throw him in there tomorrow with them, and I've no doubt that he'd beat those boys. And now that he's the matchroom, he'll get those opportunities finally.
Yeah, he'll get these big fights, and he deserves to be on that stage as well, doesn't he?
Exactly that, yeah. And as I said, I've no doubt if you throw him in tomorrow, that he could beat those boys. Hopefully, he gets these fights now, and I'm sure Matchroom will get him those opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Of course, um, uh, who else is in your gym? Royston, he's doing
Roy
well.
Royston's doing very well, and you forget how old he's. What is he like? 19 or
Alahoy?
20 now?
Who? Royston,
Pardon?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
Royston's
Alahoy.
9. Aloy is again another one who's only like 19 years old. Absolute beast
And
he
they're
is.
both monsters.
Yeah, absolute beast Alois is. Again, you forget how old he is. Like, I got 10 years on him. Like, you never think he's looking at us, but yeah, Alois got a big future. Yeah,
And the
loads of good
scary
boys in the
thing
gym.
is, he hasn't even got his whole potential yet.
Hasn't got his man strength yet. This is Alois as a baby.
And same with Royston.
Again, they're babies yet. So once they're like 23, 24, 25, then you really see how good they are. You can see how good they are now, but they're gonna get better.
They have, yeah, that's the main thing. So for you, you're saying September, October, is that fingers crossed the title?
Yeah, I think that probably makes the most sense. So yeah, ideally yes.
So whoever gets offered to you, whether that's Ashley Lane, McGoldrick, just Conor Hathaway, just anybody.
Yeah, even if there was like something at super bantam as well. Um,
Oh, super.
yeah,
And
even if there was something at super bantam.
or if you got that Peter Murgra.
Yeah, Peter Murga, if they want to throw in like that new Commonwealth I'd box him for that. Who knows?
Or Lewis Roberts. There's loads of people out there who would be good fights for you.
Yeah, there's loads of them knocking about. It's an exciting time to be sort of around those smaller weights.
It's good to be around these weights at the minute because there's lots of opportunities coming.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah, there's loads of them knocking
Would
about.
would you ever drop down to superfly, or is bantam like the limit?
Yeah, I would never make Superfly. That yeah, there's no
Do you
chance
think
I
you
get
would
down to.
just be too drained?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think bantam's my absolute limit, and I'll need some serious notice. Well, I always take some serious notice to do bantam. So I
I
think
thought you fought at super feather as well.
I've um I've won a title at featherweight. Boxed a few German at super featherweight. I wouldn't box for titles at super featherweight.
I thought you boxed when I went to watch you against Hodgson.
Yeah, that was at super featherweight. That was more so just because he missed the weight. So, but yeah, that was at super featherweight. I won my Southern
When
area at
you
featherweight.
was meant to rematch him, like what weight's he now? Like when you was meant to rematch him, what weight was that?
That would have been at featherweight, but um, that one got called off because he wasn't going to make the weight.
And then he fought Liam Dillon at lightweight.
I think he weighed in above lightweight for that as happened. I think he was about just under 10 stone for that one. So
I
super
was at
lightweight.
that one.
Yeah, yeah, wrong weight for him really.
I mean, you look at him and he's just, you could tell as soon as Liam got in the ring, you knew it would be just done in a round.
Yeah, like you can tell the
If
difference in
it
it.
was over 10, I reckon you could get him out of Hodgson.
Yeah, I would have fancied over 10, who knows? I'm not sure that that will happen again
Is
now.
he
But
still boxing?
I'm not sure if he's boxed since then. But I do wish
Oh,
him the
he
best.
has. He boxed Dillon and then he hasn't fought since.
Yeah, I don't think he's boxed after Dylan. Yeah, but I wish him the best. I hope he's happy with whatever he's doing.
Mm-hmm. And yeah. So what? But if you got offered like an English title at Feather, would you not go up there again, or
It's hard to say. It's case by case. Depends on
because when
who
you
the
fought
opponent.
Hodgson, to me, you look fairly comfortable at the weight, or
Yeah. I mean, I made it easy. There was no struggles at all. Didn't have to cut anything at all, really. Again, you take everything case by case, see what's out there, see what notice you have, things like that.
mm-hmm. And yes, because of course there's big fights coming up as well. Especially I think isn't in Inoue fighting at Fulton, isn't he?
And New is fighting Fulton for two of the super bantamweight titles. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. That's well a fight close to your weight. Even though I know if it got offered to you, you would jump at it. But who do you think wins that one? And
yeah. It all depends on how Inoue carries his power up. Fulton is a very good fighter, probably the number one as a super bantamweight right now. Um, I'm leaning just towards Inoue, especially with it being in Japan as well.
with the power
Um,
as well,
with the power, depends on how he carries that up though, because that
he's
power might
going
not
up,
have.
isn't he?
Yeah, it might not have as much of an effect on a super bantamweight as it does against bantamweights. But I lean towards Inoue, but wouldn't be shocked if Fulton pulls it off.
I think that's on a Wednesday afternoon.
They always do it on mid weeks in Japan, don't they?
Yeah,
It'll
because
be
I
like
remember
two.
watching the Paul Butler one. I was like, oh, because I just on Sunday I was like, oh, what boxing's on this week? And I just go to look at the list, and then I see Wednesday, and I was like, oh, that's
I,
interesting.
I'm always in the classroom back when they're on. So I remember I had a I had a free lesson with the Paul Butler fight. I thought if it's over in 3 rounds, I get to watch the whole fight. I got the stream up, and by the time round 4 got on, my class started almost due to going. I couldn't watch the rest of it.
Hmm. I was I forgot. Oh, I think I was at break watching it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's not too bad then.
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect it to go that finish that late. Did you? I thought it would be done in 5.
Yeah, I thought Inouye would have done it in the first 6, but got to give credit to Butler. He managed to navigate his way around it, and I know you got some criticism, but
Yeah,
you're
because
in there with the
he
monster,
didn't.
so
He was reluctant to throw, but I don't think anybody would be reluctant to throw against Inoue after seeing his
you don't want to
knockouts.
get reckless with it because he's not just a big puncher. He'll time you, he'll set you up. So if you're getting too reckless with him, he'll set you up and find a sweet one.
He's quality. I reckon he'll beat Fulton. With
Uh,
I don't think it'll be like a smashing. Like he won't smash him. He won't smash him, but I reckon he'll get him round 7 or 8. Just
yeah, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to be fair.
yeah, probably around that sort of way. But in a way, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so as well. And be interesting to see how he navigates through the weights. I'm sure should he get through Fulton, and he'll look towards Tapales for the undisputed.
Of course, there's Crawford, Errol Spence coming up. I've had mixed opinions on that. Because that's only 3 or 4 weeks away now, so not long
Yeah,
at all.
not long.
I can't wait for it personally.
Great fight. Very good fight. I think Crawford's gonna win. Um, but again, fantastic fight.
Late stoppage, I reckon, for Crawford.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it was a late stoppage of points. I think
Who do
Errol
you
Spence.
want to win it?
I don't. There's not one that I particularly favor that I want to win. I just want to see a good fight.
Yeah.
I think Spence will have his moments in the fight. Obviously, I think especially early in the fight as well. I think once Crawford makes those adaptations in the fight, I think we'll start getting a foothold in it.
That's fair enough. I reckon if it's a split decision, and one of them nick it, they won't rematch.
Possibly, yeah. I think the winner either way would want to just go
Is
up and
the
wait.
best at that
Yeah,
way.
just want to go up and wait. I think should Crawford win, he'll be the first male as well to have to do undisputed in 2 weights as well.
Oh, really?
They'll be the first male to ever do that, two undisputed in 2 weights.
Well,
So a bit of
I
history for
reckon
him.
he will. What? And then, wait, what other weight was he undisputed at?
He was undisputed in the weight below as well. So when he knocked out that Indongo at super lightweight, that's where he picked up the undisputed title.
Yes. Oh, yeah, super light, and he's at welter at the minute.
Yeah, he's at welter now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair enough. But yes, that's a good fight. What other fights? Who've you got for Davis Cunningham?
Liam Davis, I reckon. I actually think he's a very good fighter. I think he's doing very well at the moment, Liam Davis.
Because
And I
he's
wouldn't be shocked.
European. I think it's for the European, British, and Commonwealth title.
I think just the British and European. I think Dennis McCann has the Commonwealth.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's just for the British and European. I think there's a WBC international and WBO international as well. So a few international belts.
Yeah, I
So
think Jason has 1 and Liam has 3.
that's it. Yeah, so I think the
So
winner.
he's the undisputed at domestic level.
This is it. I think the winner sort of aligns themselves to be in position for those world titles.
I think if Cunningham loses, I reckon he'll call it a day.
Yeah, he's had a great career, especially the past 3 years or so. It's been unbelievable. So you got to give him credit.
Yeah, credit. Yeah, we've got to give him credit. He was a good fighter. He is a good fighter.
Very good, yeah.
But surely, if Davis wins, he'll vacate that British, and then maybe Shabazz gets in line, or Shabazz surely's got to be knocking on the door for a British. Or
yeah, 100%. And if you look at Shabazz,
he'll look at these like he might. Who knows? He might want the winner of Dennis v. Baluta. That's another good. That's
great
scrap in my opinion.
The thing is with Shabazz, he's got the WBA international as well, I believe. and he's rated number 3 with the WBA. So if Shabazz
What, in the
wants
world?
in the world, yeah. So if Shabazz wants, he could box a couple of international opponents, defend the WBA, and then build his rank with the WBA.
Oh
He
yeah,
could possibly
he
be.
could do it. That because that win it has bumped his world's ranking up, hasn't it?
This is it, because the boys at British level won't book Shabazz for nothing. They're gonna know that he's a hard fight, and probably see that hard fight, no reward. So Shabazz ain't gonna hang out for the British title because he's beyond that. So
Yeah, that's fair.
might make more sense for him to build his WBA ranking.
That's fair enough. That fight with Jack was pretty good, wasn't it?
Very good, yeah.
Because of course you fought Jack as well. He's a good fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, very good fight. It was a good fight. It's good to see sort of 2 unbeaten boys just put it on the line.
Yeah, and I reckon Jack will come again.
100%. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, he will. What about Canelo Charlo? Because that got announced the other day.
Yeah, I think
What weight
Canelo
was Charlo at again? Because I thought he's coming up quite a few.
coming up 2 weights. So 14 pounds he's coming up. And
That's
that
a lot.
was a key factor in the fight. He's never boxed at that weight. Canelo's undisputed in that weight.
Canelo's massive as well.
Yeah, this is it. So
he's going to be bulkier, more physically
Canelo
stronger. He should be physically stronger.
I think Canelo stops him.
In 7, I reckon.
Yeah, I think Canelo stops him in that fight.
He should do. There's weight classes for a reason. But even though I thought Canelo could fight Bivol, but after watching that, weight classes are definitely there for a reason, and I reckon same factor. Charlo's a good fighter. I rate him, but he's just not a super middle.
He's never boxed above 154, and now he's going up a whole stone to box the man who's undisputed at 168. It's a huge jump.
One of the pound for pound best.
This is it, 100%. It's a hard one for him.
For you, who were like name some of the people you think are like some of the pound for pound best at the minute. For me, Usyk, Canelo, in new way, I reckon he should be up there.
Yeah, I think I'll have Canelo, Crawford, Inoue, as you said, Usyk. Who else is about? I think that's it there, really. Can't think of too many more from the top of my head, but I might be missing some.
But they're the main ones at the minute.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
So did you agree with me with Canelo stoppage?
Yeah, I think Canelo stoppage as well.
Yeah. I agree. Is there any other fight that's coming up?
From the top of my head, I can't. You got Joshua Wilder. Let's not announce, but
that rumored. Who do you think would win?
Very hard to pick.
Because AJ could just don't get engaged. Just box. Just try to stay away. And Wilder needs to be perfect for one shot.
Yeah, to be honest, like again, it's a hard one to pick. I might just lean towards Wilder on that one.
Yeah.
I'd like Joshua to win, if I'm honest, but
Wilder late stoppage.
Late could be early with Wilder.
No, late KO. Late KO.
Yeah, with Wilder, it could be whenever, really.
Yeah, because if he lands that big shot in round 1, round 2, you never know. You just never know.
Yeah, I mean, no one's gone up from it except for Tyson Fury.
It wouldn't surprise me whoever wins AJ Wilder, because I can see AJ boxing his head off, or Wilder could get the knockout.
That's it. And Joshua could stop him as well. Anything could happen in that fight.
Yeah, because AJ's got the power, but since the Ruiz defeat, I don't think he's been the same AJ as when he was. I think he's sort of fell off since then. Lost because when he has the fighter on the ropes, he he does against Franklin. I was at his last fight against Franklin. Didn't think he was didn't overly look amazing. But again, that was
Yeah,
his first fight with Derek James. And of course, Derek trained Spence and now Ryan Garcia as well, apparently. So
busy man.
he's got 3 good fighters there, hasn't he?
Yeah, very busy man.
Not a bad little stable, that is it?
Great stable.
So what was your thoughts on the lightweight scene? Of course, Devin Haney beat Loma, and Tanks beaten Garcia.
Yeah, again, great division. Devin Haney, Lomachenko, absolutely great fight. A lot of people were screaming robbery. I don't think you can scream robbery. If you saw it 2 rounds either way, is not a complaint. But
yeah,
as I said, 2 rounds either way, you can't complain. Joanna Tank Davis, great boxer, massive hitter.
Him v Haney or Shakur v Haney or Shakur v Tank. I reckon Shakur and Tank both beat Haney.
I think Shakur's the man in that division.
I'm not sure who would win him v Tank, but that would be, for me, that's the best fight.
Yeah, Shakur's the man in that division for me.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. So before I let you go, you want to get out 2 more times, did you say? And
possibly. Even one, I'll take one, even if provided it was a good fight.
1 10-rounder, even if it was 1 10-rounder.
Yeah, if it was a good fight, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. But just keep what you're doing. You're doing great, mate. Even that you came back strong from that defeat, because when you've lost those 3 fights, you straight back into it, and you always came back stronger from those 3 defeats. And I can't wait to see you back in the ring. And before I let you go, mate, do you want to thank just trainers, sponsors, just anyone before I let you go?
Yeah, just everyone who supported me, that who don't give up on me, just thank you very much. Just keep your eyes out.
Yes, keep your eyes peeled. And yes. See you soon, mate. And just keep smashing it. Cheers for your time.
Sweet, mate. Speak soon.
Speak soon, mate. Bye.
Bye.